The sky does not care for the earth. It watches, it waits, and when it speaks, it does so in white heat and the scent of ozone. We remember him as the king, the bringer of law, but before the throne, he was a fugitive, and before he was a savior, he was a son who had to commit the ultimate betrayal, just to survive. Myths and legends. Zeus. To understand the king, you must understand the terror into which he was born. The universe was not always a place of order. It was ruled by the Titans, ancient divine powers of raw, unchecked force. And above them stood Cronus. Cronus lived in a state of perpetual fear. A prophecy had whispered that he, like his father before him, would be overthrown by his own blood. His answer was not mercy. It was not wisdom. It was hunger. One by one, as his children were born, he swallowed them whole. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, living gods entombed in the darkness of a father's stomach. But when the sixth child was born, Rhea chose a different path. She wrapped a stone in swaddling clothes and handed it to her husband. Cronus swallowed the rock, believing he had secured his throne forever. Meanwhile, the real child was spirited away into the shadows of the earth. In one ancient Cretan tradition, the infant Zeus was hidden in a cave on Mount Ida on the island of Crete. There, the future king of the gods was raised far from the eyes of his father. Nymphs protected him. The goat Amalthea nourished him. And to hide his cries from Cronus, the Curetes, legendary armed dancers, clashed their shields together in a rhythmic, deafening storm of bronze. Zeus did not grow up in a nursery. He grew up in a war room. He was a child of the wilderness, learning the language of the mountains and the temper of the clouds. He was waiting. As he reached his full divine strength, the imprisonment of his siblings became more than a wound. It became his purpose. He did not yet seek a throne. He sought release. Through cunning and with a secret draft given by the Titaness Metis, Zeus forced Cronus to disgorge what he had consumed. The stone came first, then the gods. His brothers and sisters emerged fully grown and burning with the same fire of vengeance as their youngest brother. Then came the war that broke the world, the Titanomachy. For 10 years, the cosmos became a battlefield. On one side stood the old order, the Titans, rooted in the ancient mountains, heavy with the power of the first ages. On the other stood the Olympians, younger, more dangerous, led by Zeus from the heights. Imagine the scale. The Titans hurled mountains as if they were stones. The sea boiled, forests turned to ash. The earth groaned under divine violence. But Zeus understood something that Cronus never had. Raw power alone does not win the future. So Zeus descended into the depths of Tartarus to find the allies the Titans had cast aside. The Cyclopes, masters of divine craft, and the 100-handed giants, beings of impossible strength. In gratitude, the Cyclopes forged for Zeus a weapon the world had never seen, the thunderbolt. When Zeus finally unleashed his full power, the sky itself became a weapon. Lightning did not merely fall, it multiplied. It split the heavens. It drowned the darkness in white fire. And while Zeus tore open the sky, the 100-handed giants rained down stones with the force of collapsing mountains. The Titans were overwhelmed. The old order fell. The defeated powers were cast into Tartarus, chained beneath the world, where their age could no longer touch the light. The reign of Cronus was over. The age of the Olympians had begun. Victory, however, is not the same as peace. Zeus took his seat upon Olympus, but his reign was defined by the very thing he had fought, the threat of disorder. He had to become the arbiter, the boundary, the storm at the center of the world. The brothers divided the cosmos by lot. Zeus received the sky, Poseidon took the sea, Hades ruled the unseen kingdom below. And from Olympus, Zeus became more than a warrior. He became the god of thunder and kingship, of oaths, justice, sacred hospitality, and divine authority. Under his rule came the laws of guest and host, the sanctity of promises, the punishment of arrogance, and the order by which gods and mortals could understand their place. But to keep the world together, Zeus had to be a god of many faces. He was the judge, but he was also the transgressor. He guarded marriage, yet his own desires shattered households. He protected order, yet his children filled the world with heroes, rivals, monsters, and wars. He carried the aegis, the shield of divine authority, but he carried it with the knowledge that power is a debt that is never fully paid. We often mistake Zeus for a simple tyrant, but the myth suggests something more complex. Zeus is the moment where survival becomes civilization. He is what rises after the devouring father falls. He is the realization that if the world is not to be swallowed by time, someone must stand at the center and hold the lightning. He is not a good God in the simple sense. He is not gentle. He is not innocent. He is necessary. He represents the tension between freedom and order, between desire and law, between the violence needed to end chaos and the danger of becoming the next form of power to be feared. Zeus sits upon the throne, watching the world he built. The storm has passed, but the sky is never truly silent. Because even a king knows, behind every throne there is a queen who sees what he cannot. Myths are not records of the past. They are mirrors of the human mind, passed down, reshaped, and remembered, long after the world that created them disappeared.